So let's look at number 39. They're asking us to solve the following equation and justify each step. So they give us our equation right there. So we're just solving for our variable, and this variable is x, right? Like I mentioned before in class, I say, hey, just tackle one side and then come over to your reason side just to double check your work. But if you want to, the easiest step to do, hey, you're just going to copy that equation right there because it's given. But before we move on, what we can do is kind of rewrite the equation on another sheet of paper and just kind of solve and just make sure we can solve for x. So my first step in solving this equation, I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. So 6x minus 3x gives me 3x. Bring down that negative 14. Okay, it's equal to negative 2. Boom. So now I'm trying to get x by itself, right? So I need to bring that 14 over. It's a negative, and the opposite is a positive 14. So I'm going to add 14 to both sides. Right? So now I can bring down that 3x. Right? And then negative 2 plus 14 gives me a positive 12. Yep. Once again, trying to get x by itself. Right? So then I just divide 3 from both sides. And x should give me 4. So we know this is our end goal right here. What we can do now is just write down the steps over here. So my first step, I'm just going to let this be because this is given to me. Right? Step 2. Right? What we did was subtract 3 from both sides. Okay, when we did that, we got 3x minus 14 is equal to negative 2. Okay, step 3, right? We added 14 to both sides, right? So then we got 3x is equal to 12. Then after that, we divided 3 from both sides. Then we got x is equal to 4. Like I said, we're double checking our work when we're using our justification side. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just like, hey, let's just double check we're on the right track. Okay, first step was given. Our second step, we just subtracted 3 from both sides. So the fancy way of saying both sides is property of equality. You have to say it really fancy when you do it. So I'm just going to write subtraction POE, property of equality. Step 3, we said, hey, we added 14 to both sides. So that's just addition, property of equality. Once again, you gotta say it really fancy. Step 4, we just divided 3 from both sides. So that's just division. Say it with me now. Property of equality. Boom. We done.